Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Read with Kim. And this video, it's really special because I am so obsessed with this author. Like, you don't understand how obsessed I am. And I am talking about Brandon Sanderson. He is, I will say, I don't know if I can call him the king of fantasy, but he's extremely trendy. Like, you can see him everywhere. And I was like, I don't know if I want to read something like him. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. And then I read a couple articles, and then I watched a video about himself saying how you should read his work. Like, if you have no idea how to start reading Brandon Sanderson, what do you start reading? Because he has a lot of books. So I decided to give it a try with his first recommendation. Is how you start this journey. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna read one book and that's it. And I started reading the #1 series, like Misbourne. It's a trilogy. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. I got obsessed. But it's not like, okay, you like it. No, I am really into this. And after I finished this book, I was like, okay, I'm sold. Like, I have to keep reading Brandon Sanderson, and I want to read all his work. Like, I really do. So I put so much attention on what he was saying about how to read his work, and I want to show you and share with you the first TBR from September, and this is how I'm gonna get into this amazing Cosmere world. I said before, the first book that Brandon Sanderson recommends is Misbourne. And Misbourne has 3 books. It's a trilogy. And the first book, it's so like 5 out of 5. And we are following Bean. And Bean is this thief that she is living in this underworld, that this world called Luthendale, they being governed by the Lord Ruler. Now, the Lord Ruler is super mean. And Bean has been abused by her brother, by a lot of people. So she has a lot of like trust issues. Somehow, because I'm not gonna get into too much, she met Kessler, and Kessler is a survivor. People call him survivor because he went to try to kill the Lord Ruler, and he survived. He couldn't kill her the first time, but he survived. And now he's planning to really take over Luthendale and kill the Lord Ruler. So he started recruiting people, and one of those is Bean. Now, those people who live there, they have different powers because by the metals. So if you go to the back of the book, you can see the different metals and what power has each metal. And one of them is Misbourne. So Bean is a Misbourne. So they were like, okay, we're gonna like kick this guy, we're gonna take over Luthendale, and we're gonna like succeed. And everyone is like, no, you are not going to succeed. Like, this is crazy. And they have this plan where it's so amazing because Bean is playing a really good character about she has to be a spy. So she has to go to this kingdom and play that she's a noble woman and she's the rich, because in this society is 2 like societies, right? So 2 classes. So one is the noble people who has money, and the other one is the scab people. And the scab people are the one that is a majority of people, and they're basically the slaves from the noble people. So Bean is considered a scab. So in this plan, she has to like spy and get into the noble people and play the role as a noble woman. It's just amazing. Like, you don't understand. It's like love there. She find this like love, and I was just like, oh my god, this is crazy. I was hooked all the time. I was like, this is crazy. Like, this book really hooked me. Then we came to the #2 of the trilogy, which is The Well of Ascension. It's the #2. I'm in the middle, as you can see. And this is what happened next. So what happened after they take over the city, and this king, which is like a love of Bean, they have this relationship. It's like complicated because Bean, as I say, belongs to a different class, and she also has a lot of trust issues. So she believes like, okay, he and me, we're not gonna succeed together. Like, give me 1 second because I need to have something. So good. Anyway, so she's like, no, we cannot succeed together because you need a noble woman and I'm not, I'm a ska. So there's a lot. And then the father of this king, the Ellen father, is now he's like, okay, I'm gonna conquer you and I'm gonna kill you. It's just so good, and I'm so obsessed with this book already. It's getting better. So this is the book number 2 from the trilogy. And then when you finish this, according to Brandon Sanderson, then you have the book number 3 of the trilogy, which is The Hero of Ages, which I haven't started, obviously, but I am going. So I'm on my way to that. So as I said, just a recap. So remember, it's a trilogy. The first thing you're gonna encounter in Brandon Sanderson's work, if you're like me, like we have no idea where to start. So we read the 3 books of the Misbourne trilogy. Now, after we read, because we're gonna do it together, after you read the Misbourne trilogy, he recommends to take a break from this series, from this like epic fantasy. Now people ask me, what is epic fantasy? Epic fantasy is when it's a trope, when it's like a war, kind of like historical fiction, but in a fantasy way. So he's like, you guys, you take a break and read a standalone book. So he recommends 2 of them, which I also have them. So the first, so small, so tiny. But the first one is The War Breaker. It's about magic, fantasy, politics, and it's about 2 sisters. I don't know much about this book, to be truly honest. I just following what Brandon Sanderson said and recommend the way to go through his work. And who am I to don't do it? So I am going to do it. So we finish this, then we're taking a break and we read The War Breaker. After we're done with this, he recommends to get another standalone book. And with the one that I choose, because he had some options, but the one that I choose is like apparently like a love, cute standalone. And I am talking about Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, a Cosmere novel. This is another standalone, so that you can take a break and then read this, which I'm going as well. So after we read the break, which is those books, now we gotta go back. We gotta go back to the series, and we're gonna go back to finish the Misbourne, because no, we don't finish there. Like, it's not like, okay, bye, Bean. And no, he created, apparently for what I know, a pre-sequel of this amazing Misbourne series. And there is another 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4 books about that. Now, I can't just buy in one day all of them, because I'm gonna get like crazy. I'm gonna have all my shelves filling with this, and I don't have so much money. So I bought the first one of the second, I would say the second part of Misbourne, which is the book number 1, or you can say number 4 for Misbourne. And I am talking about The Alloy of Love. So this one is before Misbourne. Like, but you don't have to read this one and then that one. Actually, you have to read Misbourne and then you have to read this, so you can understand where is everything coming from. So I'm assuming, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that this is gonna tell the story of the Lord Ruler. I think that's what is going to happen. And I am very excited. So yeah, I think this is gonna be good for me to do my TBR for September. I'm gonna be very busy, guys, reading Brandon Sanderson, and I am really excited because I take it really seriously when I when I get hooked in a series. I really get obsessed. Like, I have to read all of that. So I'm gonna tell you next videos how I am feeling, but so far we have this starts from the Cosmere world from Brandon Sanderson, when I am really, really excited. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait. This noise is so annoying. But anyway, I cannot wait to finally the spooky season starts. The weather is coming down, which I'm very, very happy and excited. And yeah, so I'm gonna see you next week with a new bookish adventure. Thank you so much for being here.